Hi, I'm Rabbi Daniel Lappin. Everybody needs a rabbi, right? Because somebody has to reveal how the world really works. And one of the best ways of doing that is through questions and answers. The questions come from you, to me, right here at Cornerstone. The answers, well, they come from him. Here's one. I think you'll like this one. I did. Here's the question. I believe that freedom is one of the most important things there is, and I try to feel free all the time. How do I fight society's attempts to make me conform? Marriage would rob me of freedom, and so would a job. I just want to be free. And it's signed Chris. Now, Chris, I'm going to go out on a limb here. And although Chris is a name that some women you have and some men have, I'm going to go out on a limb here, Chris, and I'm going to say you're a guy. You got to be. It's obvious. Listening to that question carefully, yeah, you're a guy. And I understand exactly what you're saying. I'd probably even make a guess at your age, but I'm not going to risk being rude. And so I'll just leave it at the question, and we'll tackle the answer. You know, there is a word in English, flush, F-L-U-S-H, flush. Look at how many different ways it can be used. You can obviously flush the toilet. You can, if you're a carpenter, you might apply a wooden veneer flush with the edge of the cabinet. If you are a poker player, well then flush means something special to you. And there it is. I mean, lots and lots of different uses for the word. Nobody would suggest that those uses have anything to do with one another. But in Hebrew, it's not like that. In the Lord's language, and William Bradford, the second governor of the Plymouth colony, he came over on the Mayflower, he said that this is the Lord's language. And in the Lord's language, there is a word for freedom, which amazingly enough, is the same as the word for engraved. You know how people say, it's not engraved in granite? Well, the word in Hebrew for freedom also means, yes, engraved in granite. As a matter of fact, it's used in the context of the Ten Commandments. They were engraved in stone. And freedom used in the context of the Israelites coming out of Egypt, exactly the same word. What does freedom have to do with engraved in stone? Well, let me give you an example. There's a little bit of powder in a shell, and when it's put in a firearm and the trigger is pulled, the powder burns and the projectile, the round is propelled down the barrel of the gun, and it'll travel very far. What happens if we exploded that shell just in open air, not in the barrel of a gun? Well, I'll tell you what would happen. There'd be a big bang. The shell casing would burst open like a banana skin, and the lead projectile would just drop at your feet on the floor, wouldn't go anywhere. Or for that matter, there is an explosion going on in the cylinder of your car's engine, and that drives the piston down, and that turns the wheels, and you can put your foot down on the pedal, and away you go. But what happens if that gasoline were being burnt just in a puddle on the road? Nothing happens at all. In order for great results to come about, there has to be confinement, containment, and direction of energy. Just dissipation of energy produces nothing. And that's the meaning of the word freedom and the word engraved. You may think you're free, Chris, but until you direct your energy and confine your energy and force yourself to do something, you'll never be free. You'll never enjoy the freedoms that really could be awaiting you when you shape your life. I'm Rabbi Daniel Lappin, praying that God bless you with prosperity and with good health. The rest is up to you.